Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to RickyVillaTV and RickyVillaTV's Sunday session, along with Shelfside Spurs and Spurs Asian TV. I hope everybody's well on this sunny Sunday afternoon in the Netherlands. Unfortunately, Kev's not feeling very well, so he won't be coming. I'm not sure. I don't think John will be coming either, but maybe Eugene will turn up at some point. But until then, you're stuck with me. So how are we all? I hope everybody's well. God. Big up from Tony Rodriguez. Spurs 1, Bournemouth 3, and bloody hell, Tony, you were quick there, mate. That's very true. I see that you're from Sweden. I'm originally from Denmark, so but then God, he meant. Okay, so first of all, I want to start off with on this day in Spurs history was a game that I was actually at, and yeah, what a night that was. Sat on the edge of my seat the whole time. It was Tottenham Hotspur 0, AC Milan 0, 9th of March 2011, and the Spurs go marching on. I'm sure that everybody will remember the first leg where Crouchy scored that, easy tap-in after amazing work from Aaron Lennon. Aaron Lennon, what a legend he was. And then we took him back to White Hart Lane, and I couldn't get a ticket in the South Stand for that one, so I got it in the shelf. Right in the corner, wasn't the greatest view, and to be honest, I think it was block D or something like that, shelf upper, and basically I don't think I had any fingernails left after that, because they did come at us. They had some great players, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it, but there was Nesta, Thiago Silva, Seedorf, Pato, Ibrahimovic, Robinho. They had a really good team at that time, and I was, it was a bit of a close one. So what do we have here? We have hello, David Clark. Hi to everyone in chat. I was born in Harlow, Essex, but married a Leicester girl, so I live in Leicester and have supported Spurs since 1960. Well, very nice to see you, mate. I'm pretty sure I've seen you on other streams, and I lived in Nottingham for a few years. Well, for a year during my university time. Went to Leicester once. Obviously, one of my classmates was a Leicester fan, and he showed me where the Lineker's greengrocer's stall was in the market. We had a few pints, and then we came back to Nottingham. I have to say, I didn't think it was particularly exciting, but as long as you're having a good time. I loved Raul Fox, who was similar to Lennon. Yeah, I don't think he had as much end product as Lennon, but he did come to us at a time when our team was not really that great. Nathan, how are you, sir? I was on top of a mountain in Canada in a bar. Oops, in a bar at a ski resort, watching the Milan game. Yeah, well, yeah, it was an interesting night. Aurelio Gomez was in goal for us. Benoit Rasu, Akotu, Corluka, Dawson, Gallas, Lennon, legend, Luka Modric, Steven Pienaar, Sandro, legend, Rafa van der Vaart, legend, and Peter Crouch. I don't seem to remember us having many chances, but I do think that I came out of that match happy as a pig in shit. That was a great night. And Nathan says, I got there eventually. So next up, Spurs versus Alkmaar. Do we really want to talk about this shit show? Looking at the squad, I actually thought we should be able to do okay here. There's Vicario in goal, Dogie left back, Spence right back, Danso and Gray in the middle, Madison, Bentancur and Bergfall central midfield, Son on the left, Johnson on the right, and Tell up front. Now, as I'm sure many people will know on this site, I live in the Netherlands, and Alkmaar is not that far away. So I do follow the Eredivisie a little bit. All of my in-laws are Ajax fans. And yeah, so Alkmaar have not been having a particularly good season. They are, I believe, in 6th place. And maybe that is because they've been giving everything to the Europa League, because they did knock out, I believe, Galatasaray and beat another team as well. But to be honest, that is the kind of team that we should be beating. And, well, sorry, I'm going to have to stop you there. David's just said, compare that team you've just mentioned to what we have now. Yeah, very true. Well, I was just about to bring Eugene in, but he's brought himself in. So welcome.
Hi, guys. Just a lucky chance that I wasn't feeling too well yesterday, so just recovering a bit from the runs and all that. So,
that's not good.
Yeah, no, it's slowly getting better, but because it's Ramadan, fasting, maybe ate something wrong along the way. So
yeah.
So
yeah, I think you probably
no, I think I ate. It was a mixture of I think it's the mango and the empty stomach, and you're fasting throughout the day, then you ate something down rushing, and then what goes in has to come out, and a lot of shit came out.
Well, thank you very much for the information. I will treasure that forever.
And don't forget, the night before that, right? The shit that I was served, right, doing the watch along, and you were in the chats.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Guy likes to get a bit lively, doesn't he?
It's slow here and there.
Nathan says,
right, so.
Yeah, it was a shit show, that game. What the fuck happened? We were supposed to be the ones with fresh legs. It was a disgrace. David says Alkmaar coaches have obviously watched how Spurs play and how our opponents have beaten us, and they will use the same tactics when they come to the lane. Yeah, that would not surprise me at all.
No, Nate, I got to tell this, right? We left our fresh legs in Amsterdam.
Yeah, they were all around my house, mate. Matters was doing his whatever on TikTok, and Sonny was doing a peace sign, and Gordon Bennett, that lot, I swear. Yeah. So, what were your thoughts then? I know we did a watch along, but just for the sake of the viewers now, what did you think of that shit show? Were there any positives?
I don't know how to pick out any positive. Oh, yeah, there were the positives, right? The positive is only 1-0 down, so we can go back and beat them when we're back at home. That's the only positive, right? But I don't understand that, we came out and we didn't turn up for the game, right? The game looks so rigged, right? Hey, Jens, hi, I'll send you the link if you want. Yeah, if you want, I can send you the link. You hold on, Harry. Hold on, Harry. I'll send you the link.
Just sending it.
Okay.
Oh, it's
okay. The link's all right. The link's in the chats, right? All right, guys. The link's in the chats. Anybody who wants to jump on and complain about what happened on Thursday, please do. Right, and welcome to Harry. Yeah.
Hey, you're right.
You're right. How's it going?
You going to the game, Harry?
Yeah, I'm going. I'm leaving in like a bit.
Look at him. Yeah.
Keen on that, Harry.
I'm going.
What season ticket?
No, but I hear I hear. Are you going to meet up with Stell and Mikhail?
Oh no, because I have to. Because I'm going with my dad. I have to do something before I leave, so I can't make it. Because I know Michael's around, but I'm not free today, unfortunately, to see him. So yeah.
Where do you sit, Harry?
I'm in the West.
You're in the West End.
Yeah. My dad won't move from the West End.
Okay.
Because basically, anyway, it's a long story, but he won't move from the West. But he bought his season ticket, right? Started from when we went down. He bought it in 1977.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's had tickets since then, and whatever.
Whoa, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that is a long time ago.
So he's seen us go down. So
that's when we had a proper stadium as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, because I heard you guys talking about Thursday. I think we could have been 3 or 4-0 down at half time, to be honest. Yeah, it's just a shambles,
That's true.
really, to be honest.
And the whole thing about this 8-day rest, and
that's why maybe they went to Amsterdam for an extended holiday, right? So that's why, yeah, that's what happened.
Do you think they got high or
They
something?
lost. I don't know. No,
it's very
Henry,
possible,
I was
mate. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
The thing is that I was saying this right earlier in El Tel Cockerel show, right? I think if we go out and smash them at home on this coming Thursday, right? That means the previous Thursday game was actually rigged, you know. So yeah,
yeah, because Levy had a massive bet against us. Yeah.
You still wouldn't spend that money on the players, though. To be fair,
no, of course not. There's a new hotel, probably in Edmonton or somewhere like that. You know.
Yeah.
So
are they building it? I don't even know about the. Isn't there cinema as well or something? I don't know.
Yes, apparently. Yeah.
Cinema, hotel. Yeah. The new training ground at Whitewebs. I heard about that, but
yeah.
Basically, it's just Levy land, right? Where you're gonna have roller coasters, you know. Then the cockerel will be jumping up in the suit and scaring all the kids, right? So.
Well, they're watching
and then we'll have and the Spursy rockets will be flying all over the place. And the best part, right? The roller coaster ride we call the Spursy rockets.
Yeah, but as David says here, Salah's 32, plays in all competitions, plays at least 80 minutes per game, runs his socks off out of possession, plays in every tournament, and our players are tired. Please give me a break. That is so true. I just don't think this manager knows how to coach, and his coaches obviously don't know how to coach either.
It's not really surprising though for me, because all the coaches he has, a lot of them are either low level, like Dedenak.
They're B coaches, right?
Well, I know Mason's been here for a while, but he's still not pulled up any trees, and a lot of the other people are from like really low level teams again, like, you know, so. But then he doesn't, because I had an argument with someone on Twitter about this when I was arguing about his lack of defensive coaching. And he was telling me, Ange doesn't do defensive coaching. But at the same time, like, he kind of has some responsibility for what happens on the training ground, because he must instruct the coaches about what to do, train with them, really, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Or am I wrong?
Yeah.
And he obviously doesn't, as Dyer said, he doesn't instruct them to do defense. So
Harry, we already know that Ange, right? He says, right, you know, he's comfortable in conceding goals. So what's defense, right? So it's been said that's one truth he's told us, right?
One truth.
If you're comfortable conceding goals, then you need to score fucking goals, and we're not doing that. So,
but Jens, the scary part is, right, we are scoring goals, but not enough.
Well, we definitely didn't on
Thursday.
Thursday.
One shot on target on Thursday. I don't remember the shot, but it was one shot on target.
Odebear, wasn't it? And I think it was a cross.
Oh, was it that one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
TJ came on my show on Friday and just let rip. He was fuming.
I couldn't join. I couldn't join on Friday, right? That was.
I'm like Eugene. I'm kind of like just done. I'm made peace with everything. I'm just like, you know what? It's not point getting worked up about it. We're just crap.
I'm zen, right? I told you, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's what I keep saying. The focus always has to be Levy out, right? No matter what we do from now on, right? If it's not Levy out, right, it won't change, right? This cycle we've been going through for the past 20 over years, right? We've seen it over and over again. And sometimes he just tweaks it here and there. He bullshits us with, bringing in winning, we'll call it elite managers that he doesn't support. Now he's got a shit manager, which he supports, right? So that's the biggest conundrum that we have here. But when you say support, right, I don't mean supporting him with players, but what I mean by support is by supporting him by not sacking him.
Eugene, do you think that maybe he's kept him around because the fans haven't turned? That's the only reason why. Like, because we were 5-1 down at home to Liverpool, and people said his name.
No, the fans haven't turned on Ange because his manager PTSD.
I'm saying, do you think the reason he hasn't sacked him is because of that? Because the fans haven't turned on. Like in the stadium, no one's booed against Ange, like Nuno, for example, that game, or
against Manchester United, they started thinking you don't know what you're doing and all that, right? So, but the thing is that, of course, do you think, to tell the truth, right? Levy doesn't care what we all say about Ange. We all know that, right? If the fans turn on Ange, it's 1+, right? The biggest hurt that Levy gets in his butt, right, is when the fans turn on him, right? So all I gotta say, right, April 6th coming up, the Southampton home game, right? It's gonna be more or less a sure win for us, but let's hope the protest.
We never know. I mean, it's Tottenham, so.
No, come on. If you can't beat Southampton, right, you deserve to get relegated.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they did go 1-0 up against Liverpool, but we all knew what the final score was going to be, didn't we? So David said Jacksonville Jaguars will become a permanent franchise at White Hart Lane in the near future. So make the best of the football while you can, folks. Yeah, quite frankly, I'm not enjoying the football, so yeah.
But like for me, it's more what raises the reason I love Ange in that respect is because Ange is not like a Conte or Jose, who fans were already against before they even turned up, especially Jose. It was like it was easier for him to sack Jose because if you looked at social media at that time, they were so against him. And then Poch, there was kind of a divide, but he pulled the trigger still. And Conte was down to the football, people moaning about the football. Because let's be honest, the club do watch. I'm not saying they watch all our streams, but they do look at, they're on social media, they do watch things, you see things. Yeah. So, but with Ange, because the majority of, even on X-Men, I have still people defending this guy. Like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But like, and despite how crap we are, there's still people defending Ange. But it's actually, I still think we're a minority against Ange. I still think it's a minority. Like, because I think majority of Spurs fans, I hate to say it this way, they just care about the style of football. They don't care about the results.
But the style of football on Thursday was fucking atrocious.
No, I agree with you. But what I'm trying to say is I still saw tweets of people saying, well, we only lost 1-0.
There wasn't a style of football on Thursday, right? We just went out there. It wasn't a style, right? We just stood there, right? And I was doing the watch along, right? Remember, Nate, I was doing the watch along. And then they were taking so long to take that free kick, right? It was like they're having a conference meeting between Madders and Son, what we should do and blah, blah, blah. The next thing they do was that stupid shit move. And I compare that, right, with that stupid move between Betancourt and Solanke hitting each other in front of goal instead of hitting the ball. Right? And I was saying throughout the watch along, right, we look brainless. And that's not the first time I've been saying during the watch alongs, right? That we look brainless in playing football. I don't even know that. I don't even understand how we could be doing that. And I don't even understand why we're calling them footballers when they're not even playing football.
Yeah.
They're just kicking the ball around like a Sunday, Sunday kickabout.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Football is a simple game. Objective number one, put the ball behind the net. Sorry, put the ball into the net. Mm-hmm. Right? That's the main objective, right? So, and you can't even do that. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But he's doing it like, like where I was watching, like I watched a lot of old games because of YouTube recently, like on the Martin Yole and stuff. And I look at the style of football we played compared to this. And we were way more direct. We were way more like just better attacking wise, better. And if you look at the players, people say on paper we had a better team now. But like, But Joel had literally no money to spend, and this guy's had 350 million. I'm just like,
but that was 20 years ago, right? So that time
we never signed like amazing players then. Like we only really had Lennon.
We didn't have money to spend, but now because
we had Arneson, and Arneson had some seriously good scouts, and that's why Chelsea poached
by Chelsea. Remember?
Yeah. So now we had Langer, who just doesn't seem to. I don't really know what he does.
Langer is an Aston Villa reject, right? Right. So I don't understand why we go out there and get rejects, right? So, but to tell the truth, right, most of our squad is based on rejects anyway. So it is what it is. Yeah. No, but to tell the truth, the Thursday game was the weirdest thing. But it's not the, and the worst part is, right, this is not a one-off thing. You get what I'm saying? We see it happen over and over and over again. The lack of intensity, the lack of urgency, right? We are down 1-0, right? And we are in the 90th minute.
We're passing around the back.
Yeah, passing around the back. And it's like that, okay, guys, we're comfortable with, we are down 1-0, right? So it doesn't matter, right? So We don't have to go out and score the next goal. But the worst part is, right, it's just not seeing this during the we'll call this type of cup games and all that. We see it during the league games, right? When we're 1-0 down, 2-0 down, and we play ball, right, in the 80th minute, and we're still just passing around in the back, right? And the best part was the horseshoe football came back again, right? Yeah. We're doing the U again, right? Back and forth, U. I was going, what the F are we doing? Right? Are we that stupid that we can't even break down an AZ Alkmaar, who are what, 5th or 6th in the Dutch league?
Yeah, 6th.
Right. But then what Hans was saying was very true, right? We took 100 minutes to beat Tamworth.
Yeah. But there were still people on telling me excuses for that game, saying, "Oh, well, the other team were playing so low," and blah blah blah. I was just like, "We're playing
non-league."
No disrespect. They're that semi-pros.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like postman's, plumbers.
Guys,
honestly, that game made me think, guys. I could turn up. I could turn up with my mates.
It doesn't really matter if it's against Tamworth, right? If Tamworth put 11 players on the goal line, right, we should still find a way to beat them. You get what I'm saying? Right? So the thing is
that game gave me hope that, you know, if I played with my mates against Tottenham, we might have a chance. These people are like semi-pros and they're making us. I don't even.
I know. Okay, big up to Nippon, big up Nippon.
So just to let you know, Alkmaar do not have a game this weekend.
Oh, great!
Yeah, so they're having a rest. But David Clark says, "How can any Spurs fan back Levy when he ended the concessions for OAPs on ticket prices, and he saved 45 million on players' wages? This man is pure evil." Very, very, very true.
Yeah,
I mean, he gave himself the bonus. He overpaid for the stadium. I mean, there's so many reasons.
NS Sports TV says, "Hi, big up." David says, "Please nobody tell me that you can't compare different eras. You can. Grass pitch, a bag of wind, I can compare because I've seen every Spurs player since 1960, and most of this team aren't good enough." Yeah, that's true. And big up Nippon. Is that NS Sports TV?
Yep.
Looks like a Chelsea fan. I'm not sure we should allow them on this channel. But no, I'm joking.
We've got Chelsea in like a month, don't we, or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah. After the international break or something like that.
It's away
from the bridge is back. Yeah.
It's away from.
And Nippon doesn't have confidence that he's going to win. I was going, what the hell's wrong with you, right? We never beat you guys at the bridge.
They'll beat us 2-1, 3-1, something like that.
So, Ange Postecoglou going full Arteta.
Oh God!
He blamed the pitch. Discuss.
Where should I begin? First of all, it reminded me of, like, do you remember, Ty on Arsenal Fan TV? You know, when you playing the rain once, you playing the rain once. That's the kind of levels I labeled that as. I was just like, unbelievable.
He really is. I think he's losing it, don't you think? Some of the stuff that he's come out with recently is just like, he made Jed Spence the player that he was. He didn't want Jed Spence in the fucking squad.
I mean, he loaned them out in his first year anyway.
Exactly. It's Have you seen how shit we've been recently, though? That's always nice to see, Nipper. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I know. No, but the thing is that, right? I don't know. It's the battle of the bridge, or I don't know. You can call it the battle of the shit bridge, there.
David says, "Two of my sons are Leicester City season ticket holders." David, you didn't bring them up properly, mate, and are on their way to Chelsea as we speak.
To be fair, at least their sons experienced like an FA Cup and league title.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So honestly, it's just anyway.
Yeah.
But what I don't get, right?
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let you go.
No, go on.
It's like, because obviously he played Tell in the middle, right? And he put Son on the left, Johnson on the right. I predicted he would put those three. But when I look at midfield three, I thought it was a massive mistake to play Bergvall. And not because he scored the own goal. It's nothing to do with his own goal. Just because I think in an away game, you need someone like more defensive. Like, I would have put Sarr in personally.
Yeah.
But obviously, yeah, okay. carry on. Sorry.
No, I think that's that's probably a good point.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing I
although
want to add, right? The full
hasn't-
Arteta thing is very simple, right? The next thing he's going to blame, he's going to do a tie. He's going to blame the rain.
It's not raining today, though.
Not in this game. It might rain on Thursday, right? And we lose out, man.
Oh, I love this. Since Ricky is a Villa fan, come on, mate. Seriously. Do you not know who Ricky Villa is? He
Ricky
used
Villa.
to play for Tottenham. He scored an amazing goal in the 82 FA Cup replay final. So, sorry, I'm not a Villa fan. I am a fan of Ricky Villa.
Ricky Villa.
Anyway, no worries, mate. I know that you probably don't know the
history of Spurs.
The history of Spurs. So that's all good.
The history of the Tottenham.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't say in that way.
There's a number 9, then I'm a Dutchman. Yeah, you don't want to be a Dutchman, mate. You want to be Danish like me. At the end, Vicario and Maddison apparently having a pop at the fans. I didn't see an awful lot in that. Did any of you? I mean, Vicario was going like this, which, as far as I'm concerned, was just meaning come on, support us. I don't think he was having a go.
I haven't seen anything personally. So I have no idea what you're talking about. I heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, right,
so.
okay. Yeah,
no, I didn't see it live, right? Yeah, but I did see the commentary after that, right? I think he was saying something like, get behind the team because we got another leg to play, right? That we need we need support and all that.
It was Spanish. Okay, right, yeah.
That's David Villa. Yeah.
David Villa, yeah.
David Villa was a good striker, man.
It's all good, no problem.
Yeah. What did Maddison say? I remember what Vicario. There was some statements from Vicario. I don't even care what Maddison said, right?
I'm not sure. I didn't hear.
Apologize or something, didn't he?
I didn't hear him say anything, Maddison, but apparently he was, giving it to the crowd. And Vicario has come out and apologized on Twitter, saying, it's an emotional game and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But I didn't really see that much in it.
Nah, to tell the truth, right? We reached a stage we don't care.
But seriously, it's going to be expensive going to Alkmaar because obviously you've got to stop off in Amsterdam first of all.
Exactly.
And a night out in Amsterdam's not cheap.
To get yourself ready for the game.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm surprised if half of them made it. But
yes.
But 950 fans, who are the 950 fans who probably go to the most home and away games
the
for Spurs, and the fact that some of them took umbrage at what Vicario said, I think that's a bit worrying. I mean, there does seem to be a bit of a split between the fans. I think between the fans and the players. Maddison is, I think he had. I've always said this even before he joined us. He has such a big mouth. And from what I saw before, he used to be able to back it up. But his performances in the last season or so, I don't think he can back that up anymore. So he really needs to put up or shut up.
It might defend Maddison. I don't think the system plays to his strengths but at the same time, I don't think he's going to be he's not world class. I agree with David in the chat. He's a good player, but at the same time, I don't think he's playing for Ange. I don't think he likes. I think they've fallen out personally. I don't believe anything different. I just get that vibe really, especially with his comment on the sideline. I know you saw that him mouthing about he does the same play. I don't think he agrees with
every time.
I don't think he agrees with him. So at the same time, we might have a sort of a Vertonghen situation where I remember Vertonghen under Sherwood was awful because he just didn't want to play under Sherwood. But so it's a bit of both. At the same time, I think he should be doing better, but at the same time, I just don't think he wants to play for Ange, and I don't think the system suits him either. But I think the Vicario Maddison comment for me is a bigger issue because it's clear we don't have a leader in the squad. There's no leaders, actual proper leaders. I know Renat was talking about Talk Sports and suggesting Archie Gray, but it's way too early for him.
Of course.
No way he should be club captain. We need to go in, we need to go in the summer and buy a midfield general, an actual captain, and put him in there, actually sign one, because this is why we're collapsing so easily. This is why we are where we are, because there's just no when we're down a goal, there's no one there screaming at the players, "Come on, guys, we need to get up."
No, but
Like
Harry,
Son
the
do
truth, right?
his gestures,
just,
but Son ain't the captain anyway. Like he's not. A captain.
no, but Harry, the
nice.
thing is that, right? I don't think basically, even if a leader comes into this squad at this moment in time, right, it wouldn't help anything. Is because that tactically, right, we're inept.
No,
Right?
I agree with you, but I'm just
We
trying
we
to.
don't focus on defense. Imagine when I've been saying this for so long, right? Imagine how does Romero feels, right, when the manager comes out and says that he doesn't mind conceding goals, right? How does the whole defensive lineup feel, right? When you come out and say statements like that. So, and the worst part is that every game I sit there, well, I'm doing that watch along, right? And Jens will attest to this. I keep shouting at it. Why are we so wide open on the wings? There's no one covering the wings, right? Every time people just stroll through us, and our defense, right? It's just like a hot knife cutting through butter. You get what I'm saying now? So
because there's no structure. Like we have no defensive shape, Eugene. When we don't have the
so
we have no defensive shape.
the problem is that I think Ash doesn't understand, right? This is the Premier League, right? You're playing with the creme de la creme of Europe, right? You're playing with the creme de la creme in England, right?
Yeah.
You have to start with a strong back line and you build it up. What he's done is he's trying to start with a strong front line and he's forgotten what's happening at the back.
But he doesn't play with the number 6, Eugene. So why are you surprised?
Yeah.
Like he sold Højbjerg.
Well, this is the thing. This is what I was going to say.
And Skip. So like, I'm not saying they're the best holding midfielders or the best destroyers, whatever you want to name it.
No.
But at least there was something. We went and signed Bergvall and Gray, and Bergvall definitely ain't a defensive player, even though he played him there for one game.
Guys, I've been
Gray
saying this
in midfield anyway. So,
and I've been saying since the beginning of this season, right? When we signed Gray to play in the defensive side, right? He will never play as a midfielder, right?
I don't think he has the strength for it personally, but that's just my opinion.
But Harry, because remember the summer transfer window came, we knew we needed at least 2 more defenders to cover Romero and VDB, correct?
Yeah.
And we didn't sign the midfielders. Sorry, we didn't sign the defenders. So we brought in an 18-year-old kid, right, who played at right back at Leeds for most of that season, right? And we threw him in at the back. And that was the excuse, and that became the excuse that we didn't have to buy a defender because we bought Gray as a defender, right? And everyone is saying, and Bergwijn was the midfielder, but Bergwijn was supposed to be more of an attacking, more creative kind of midfielder, right? But we haven't seen any of that. Have you ever seen Bergwijn, right, put a true pass, right, which is so precise that cuts through the defense where Sonny could run into it or Tel can run into it? No, we haven't seen anything.
I actually think he's a number 10, Eugene, but because of the manager we have and the coaches we have, I just don't think he'll be developed. And I'm not saying he's amazing or anything. Like I don't think Bergwijn is that great at the moment. He's a bit meh. Like I think all our youngsters, apart from Mikey Moore, are like meh. They're all right.
And you hardly ever see Mikey Moore.
Maybe if he had the better coaching, maybe he could turn into a player. I don't know. Maybe we could. The same with Gray. Gray's just been chucked everywhere to fill up a slot like a utility player. And I don't rate Gray either, but I kind of
really the defensive utility player this season. Basically, is that. And then
but I'm saying,
what Andrew's saying that
it shouldn't be right.
This season being in defense will help him become a more better defensive midfielder next season.
Is he even
if that ever happens, right? If that ever happens, right? Unless we get rid of players like Bissouma, Sarr, right, and put Archie Gray into the midfield and actually bring in a seasoned, experienced holding midfielder to guide him through. You get what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna do that, We're gonna get another 19, 18-year-old holding midfielder who's got no experience in the Premier League.
The only way you can embed Gray in there, in my opinion, is if you play with the players we have and just based on the players we have. Obviously, I'd rather get someone like Wanyama or Parker, like an actual holding midfielder. But I would do something like Bentancur, Gray, Kulusevski. If we're going to try it, that's what I would do. Bentancur, Gray, and Kulusevski. If I was going to try playing him in there, but that's the only way I would do it because at least you have 2 strong players there who played together as well before. So maybe it'll help bed him in. But we've not done that, and also that's what I think with him. His development's better if you play him in that way first with another number 6 with him, because then he can learn off him and also develop like better. Because like, I wouldn't want to put him in just number 6.
Harry, you need to get
Imagine play Gray with Madison. So I had a midfield of Gray, Madison, and what's it, Bergvall. Do you know how open that midfield would be? Like, you can't do that. You just can't. No. You have to put him with 2 senior players, both strong players. At least Bentancur, I don't think he's a very true number 6. He reminds me of like Flamini when Flamini played number 6 at Arsenal. Yeah. That sort of ilk. But I'd rather, like I said, like a strong player like Wanyama or something. But we don't have that kind of player. So with the players we've got, if you're going to put Gray in midfield, I'd play Bentancur, Kulusevski, and Gray, as that would be my 3. But he's never done that. So this is why everyone saying Gray, he's a defender, because he doesn't play him in midfield. He's never played him in midfield. Even when we've had 4 defenders to play at the back, he's never done it. So
going back to what you said about Flamini, when I used to work in the Cavendish Hotel on German Street, he used to go to Tramp's nightclub, which is just across the road, and he used to pay our doorman to park his car outside on the front on our front drive. And I walked out one night and I said, "Whose car is this?" He said, "Oh, it's Mathieu Flamini." And I said, "He's an Arsenal player." And they said, "Yeah." And I said, "Get rid of it." So yeah, funnily enough, every time I worked after that, he wasn't allowed to park there. But yeah, he was. It's
the only comparison I could really give, because I was watching like a lot of old games recently on YouTube, and some of them like Arsenal ones, just because I was like Arsenal versus United or something like that, and he was playing in like DM, and I kind of reminded a bit of Bentancur, not because he was that great either. Flamini, like he was good, but he wasn't that great.
The sad part is what we usually do is like this, right? If we have brought Gray in as a holding midfielder or number 6 or whatever, right, we should have kept Højbjerg around to guide him, right? Yeah. Then let Højbjerg go. Exactly. But the problem is that we never brought Gray in as a holding midfielder for this season. The intention was always to use him as a defensive player throughout the back line, right? He's played left back, right back, centre back, left centre back, right centre back, right? So that's the conundrum that Spurs are always in, right? And if we do move him into midfield next season, and maybe Ange will start to use a number 6, who is going to guide him? That's what I'm saying, right? Are we going to bring in an actual...
Even that Cardozo guy, he's not the answer.
Johnny Cardozo, right, the American.
He's not the answer. He's not what I would consider.
And he's coming from the Spanish league, right? So, right, and we know our Spanish league record, right? The players that we buy from the Spanish league, right? We've got a record of players from there.
Are there any holding midfielders of teams that are going down that are any good? I don't think so, are there?
Who's Southampton got and Ipswich?
To tell you, right, we should not go and buy players from teams that are going down.
I've only mentioned it because that's the shop. That's where we shop at now.
Exactly.
No, that's why we shouldn't be doing things like that, right? To tell the truth, right? What we should do, right, is Joshua Kimmich a midfielder?
Yeah, he's in talks with Arsenal apparently.
Yeah, we should go and get Kimmich, right?
Really, we should.
Yeah, we should go and get Kimmich, right? And at least give Kimmich a year or two with Gray, right? Then maybe Gray will learn something from him. But we ain't gonna pay 250K a week for Kimmich.
I'd have to like Google number 6s because I don't know. I want someone like Wanyama or Palacios or something like that. Yeah, Sandro, or like we need a real strong.
But Harry, you're looking back. Now we have to look forward now, right? We look what kind of number 6 we get, unless we can price McGinn away from Aston Villa, right?
He won't come to Tottenham. Why would he come to Tottenham?
Why would he come to Tottenham, right? What? Okay, you don't even look at the relegated teams going down, right? Any mid-table team number 6 that we can actually get.
Let me just check the teams and let me see if anyone rings a bell.
So anyone, right? Maybe one from Brentford or one from who else do we have? Brentford.
Matthias Jensen or Norgård. Those two, the 2 Danish midfielders.
Who's Fulham's one? I'm trying to get Fulham.
Yeah, the Fulham one. Can we get one from Fulham? Right. So that would help Gray develop, I believe. But we do know our transfer policy is most probably we'll get some, like I said, right? Another. I don't know.
Let me see if it's
I'm lost for words now. Who else can we get from the Premier League to help us out? or
I'm
maybe
just looking
someone.
at them.
Fulham have got Sander Berger, but he's not really a DM, is he?
No, not really.
Yeah. What about the Italian league then?
I'm
That would be a
looking
good
now.
one. Yeah. Italian league, number 6 from the Italian league, right? So
When we
that
linked
would be a
with
good
what's his name? I forgot his name now. We never went for him. Lerma's
we
the
always-
one at Bournemouth, by the way.
Yeah.
What's the guy's name again?
Yeah, but
Atalanta.
But
guy,
guys, if Bournemouth beats us tonight, right, they're more or less going to secure their European spot, right? You think anybody who's going to play in Europe will come and play at Spurs? Unless we win the Europa League.
Unless Iriola comes or something.
Well, that's the thing as well, isn't it? People are saying that he won't come, but to be honest, I think he would, because Tottenham are a bigger side than Bournemouth, and he will get a massive pay rise. Now,
the money, yes.
It would be it could be seen as, some people would say, oh yeah, but you're not going to be in Europe next year. Yeah, but maybe the year after he could maybe build something. But then again, when you've got a chairman like Levy, why would any up and coming manager want to come?
Problem is the ceiling will be top 4. That's the thing. The ceiling will be top 4. That's the issue. Like, I don't know.
The ceiling won't even be top 4 nowadays. The ceiling just will be Europe, right?
We've gone back 20 years then, I guess.
That's why I say we've been regressing ever since the last 10 games. The first 10 games that we played under Ange. We've been regressing ever since, right? The sad part is that Ange hasn't been given the players to play the ball that he needs to play, but he's sucking it all in and taking all responsibility while he's deflecting all the actual issues away from the owner, the chairman.
It's hard to think, Eugene. No, I sit here reminiscing about flipping players like Maurizio Tarico.
Oh dear.
Honestly, I'd rather have that team: Ginola, Tarico, Edinburgh, Freund, because at least that team actually was better. I don't know, man. And we had Glenn Hoddle, David managers like Glenn Hoddle, David Pleat. And how is those teams doing better than this team? I just don't understand it.
But sometimes you have to take in context of the different eras that you're in. You understand? That those were the days when football was different, when they were played by men, right? And men, I mean by real hard men and all that, right? Nowadays, I don't know. Football has turned into a celebrity kind of sports kind of thing, right? Where the money is so big, where the players have such a big ego, right? And and they can't be criticized, like what Vicario did, right? You can't be criticized, right? And what Maddis has been doing, right? You can't be criticized, right? And then you go and sulk. And the best part is, right? Why don't the footballers learn, right? Show us on the pitch, right? Even if we lose, right? Show us the fight. You get what I'm saying now? Right. The sad part is that we don't even show fight anymore.
This is what I'm trying to say. Like that older team, even though it was a lot worse on paper, showed a lot more fight.
Yeah, we don't show fight anymore. That's the sad part. So what can we say? And whilst our manager is supposedly an old school manager because he's already in his 60s, guys, you're not talking about managers like Ursula, Iriola, who are in their early 30s and early 40s and all that, and up and coming, right? With new ideas and all that, like Maresca and all that, right? They're talking about Ange Postecoglou. He's 60 over years old. He's been through the tough times, the good times and bad times. He should understand what's happening.
And the bigger question is, how did he get this job? I just don't know.
Because no one else wanted it.
David Clark saying Chimbonda is the worst defender he's ever seen at Spurs. Are you kidding me? David Kersley, Kevin Scott,
Ben Thatcher,
Stuart Nethercott. Come on, David, seriously. Okay, then.
Pascal Chimbonda. Yeah, Pascal.
I actually like Chimbonda.
I thought he was pretty good. Who's that coming over the hill? Is it Chimbonda? Is it Chimbonda?
Mate, the guy
Chimbonda, was he part of the 2008 League Cup winning squad?
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, he was won a trophy. Come on.
Yeah.
Show some respect to Chimbonda.
Exactly.
Pascal Chimbonda. Yeah.
Some positive news. Spence has been nominated for Player of the Month. We all know he's not going to win it, but What are your thoughts on that?
Yes.
He deserves it.
I don't know.
He's the one
I don't
shining
care.
light in the crap we're watching. I guess.
Yeah, that is pretty true, isn't it? And
I have to admit, I have to apologize because I was very wrong about Spence. I thought there was nothing there, but
No, to tell the truth, right? I'm not going to apologize about Spence because in the early stages of his career, when he came to, when I watched him with Nottingham Forest and all that, right? Even during the playoff games, he was right? But I think he has developed throughout the years with us and being sent out of loan to so many other clubs, right? He's picked up some things, right? And I think the best part is that he spent that 1 year in Italy, right? That maybe has changed his perception on the football, right? And big up to him coming back now, right? After being sidelined by Ange and being, put in cold storage and all that. And he's coming back with a point to prove. And that's what I want to see Spurs players do. Come back with a point to prove, right? So he's the only one that's showing me that at the moment, apart from maybe Vicario after coming back from his injury, right? And no one else is stepped up, right? All of our players has just went into their shell again. So and to tell the truth, right, I haven't seen any of our players actually put in a nasty tackle. You get what I'm saying? Defensively, all I see, right, whenever we get attacked, right, we fall back, and fall back. Nobody steps up and actually put the foot into the ball, right, or actually put a foot into the player.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, so I don't know. We're just.
Oh, great! Yeah, I forgot about that.
Kulu foot injury. What do we think about this? Because he has been, again, he's been one of the shining lights of a otherwise dire season. I think, he hasn't been massively consistent, but he has been one of our better players.
For me, his injury was kind of inevitable because him, Solanke, a few other players were in the red zone, as they call it, the red zone. So I think he was always going to get injured, like it was because of fatigue.
Well, sooner or later, right? Because I've been saying this, our injuries are rotational nowadays, right? A couple come back and a couple will go out. A couple come back, a couple will go out. And foot injury for Decky, it'll be a good rest for him. That's how I'm gonna say it. Yeah. At least he'll have a rest, right? Recharge his batteries, right? And maybe come back in April after the international break, right? And go down straight into the Battle of the Breach and break something else.
Right, so shall we move on to today?
Yeah, I'm staying for like 5 minutes. I gotta go. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Do you think that I think that Romero will be back, but Van der Ven won't for some reason? So I'm going for this side, which is Vicario, Udogie, Romero, Danso, Spence, Bergvall, Bentancur, Son, Maddison, Johnson, and Tell up front.
Okay.
Has anyone heard anything about Solanke?
No.
I don't know. The thing is that, right, if that knee went straight into his back, right, it could have hurt his backbone. So that could end up not that good for him because he was actually limping off. Because I got sciatica, right? So I know that feeling. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but if it's hit his bum, right, and if it didn't fracture his pelvic bone or bum bone or whatever the hell is, then it'll be okay. Right, but Harry, you better go ahead and give your thoughts on the game.
For me, this game, I'd rather he played all the kids.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
he plays Scarlett up front, plays Ajayi, Moore. Even I'd
like him to play Scarlett up front.
Huh?
Yeah,
I'd like him to
and then
start
put like
up
midfield
front.
or something like maybe try Graham midfield. I don't know. Do something different.
Yeah.
Play some youngsters. I might as well just see all the. What was the guy called that came out of the name?
Yeah, the truth, right? Since you have most of your defenders
is he a central midfielder or is he a winger? Yeah, put some defenders we got in the academy, play a few of them, and give them a go because the league's basically done anyway. Like I'd be less upset if we played the youngsters and we lost like 2 or 3-1. I'd be less upset because I'd be like, at least they got the experience. The season's basically done anyway. Yeah. But if he plays a team like you put out. And that's fair enough. You want to play this team. I'd be like, if we lose again, I'll be like, well, great.
Whoa. I'm so glad I spent all this money on my season ticket. Yeah.
It just show how inept our manager is, really.
Yeah.
But I have no hope. I think Bournemouth are going to win 3-1. I said that all week. Like,
You think we'll
even
score?
put this team out because they're just going to beat us, man. I
was going to say, you think we'll score? I can't see where the next goal's coming from.
I think it'll be a consolation goal. But...
Yeah. Okay.
But what I'm saying is because you saw what they did with us at Bournemouth, they could have scored 3 or 4. Like, and I think we're due a drop in because we've been getting away with losing by 1 goal thing. So.
No, but the only drubbing that we actually had right in the league is actually against Liverpool. A lot of the games that we lose, right, is always by 1 goal. That's why I said.
Did you see my stream on Friday? Brian was talking about we got the 1 goal lost by 1 goal a season trophy or something. Lost by 1 goal.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I'll have a watch later.
He has a picture. He showed a picture on the stream. You see, he's got hands like this, like with a trophy, and he's 1 goal.
Oh, if you didn't laugh, you'd cry, eh?
Brian was hilarious. Honestly, you should watch it. He was hilarious.
We should definitely catch up. So, Haz, do you want to plug your channel before you leave?
Yeah. Please subscribe to RickyVillaTV. I stream next week will be Friday because obviously playing on Thursday, Fridays. I do post-match videos. So if you want to see me saying the same things every week, every time we lose, then just watch the post-match review videos. At least with the streams, you get people coming on and just going off on one. I tend to sit there and just let them. Also, please subscribe to. I'm on a channel called Two of Our Own. It's on a Monday we record, and it goes out on a Friday morning now at 9:30. So it's me and my friend David. It's just a podcast we have, and we have a lot of heated arguments because he was at Anjin for a very long time. So you rewatch some old stuff. But but I've known him for 8 years. But please subscribe to that as well. And I know you might see me on Tottenham Way tonight. It just depends how I feel, really.
What was that? Two of Our Own, did you say?
It's called Two of Our Own, yeah.
Two of Our Own. Oh, I don't know that one. I'll have a look-see for that.
They did actually clip us from... You know when they're doing that video for the Leave You Out thing? They actually used a clip from one of us things.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Like a very small clip. Because he sent me a screenshot saying that's used us. So someone else has seen it. I don't know. But please subscribe to that as well. If you want us to watch heated debates and people arguing for 2 hours.
Oh, and you want to watch TJ go on a Spence rant for 40 minutes? Go back to 2 shows after.
Yeah, especially the older shows. He was very Angie, and I've been very Angie out for a year now. So you go back and there's one show where we just shout at each other for about 2 hours. Pretty much. Subscribe to that. And also my channel. Also, please subscribe to RickyVillaTV because we're on here right now. Please subscribe if you haven't clicked on it already. Yeah. And Spurs Raging TV. I've been in contact with Eugen for years. Really funny guy. In a good way, don't we? Please subscribe to him and Leave You Out, and hopefully some miracle will get something from the game today.
That'd be nice. Enjoy.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Send my regards. Send my regards to Mr. Postacoglu.
I will. You know, one day, before I go, one day. So the guy sitting next to me is I had to describe him. He's an older fan like you guys, but he's very I don't know how to describe it. Not miserable, but he's very positive, but in a weird way. I can't describe it. It's very hard to describe. For example, when we lost to City and the people around, including me, were happy about it last season, he was sitting there all miserable, you got what you wish for. Anyway, so one game, I think we're playing Liverpool. I get up and I started screaming at Ange. Bear in mind, I'm quite high up anyway. But and then I was fucking change it. Stop inviting the fullbacks. I went ballistic. And the guy pulls me down, relax.
Well,
To be honest, I did that once when Dye kicked the ball out, and my dad was relax. He's not coming off after 5 minutes. I was get him off. He's fucking rubbish.
Yeah, well,
game, he's booting the ball out, for no reason. I was what is this? Football does a lot to me. I'm quite a calm person, but when I go to a football match, I'm just
I know the feeling. I'm not a particularly calm person, and when I go to a football match, I get even worse.
I can save all my emotions for those 90 minutes. Anyway, take care, guys.
Take it easy.
All right, Eric, I'll tell you later. All right, take care. Have a good time in the stadium.
I'll try.
Coming Spurs. Leave you out.
Leave you out.
If Solanke doesn't play, it's down to the medical team because that was a keeper's knee in his upper bum, so an impact injury. I would leave the kids in the creche with Werner as their helper and have Johnson giving out the oranges after.
Oh, David Clark.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, wanted to do a little bit on transfer news. So, been hearing about Sirkin coming back. So, Dennis Sirkin, who started out in our academy.
Academy, right? Yeah.
And then he was highly rated, but he didn't make it as usual. He signed for Sunderland in 2021. He's made 108 appearances for them over 4 seasons, scored 8 goals with 6 assists. He's good in the tackles, he's got good concentration, interceptions and blocks. I'm not sure that he's really the type of player that could play as a fullback or a wing back here with us. And he seemed to have had quite a lot of injuries over the last few seasons. Whether we should sign him or not, I'm saying no. It's always nice to bring any youth player.
He's the perfect player for Ange.
Yeah, probably. He's the perfect player for Levy because we probably got a fucking buyback clause on him.
Yeah. First tips and all that, right? And then most probably a perfect player for Ange because he'll get injured after 3 games, right? And then he'll have an excuse, right? Oh, look at our injuries, right? So, we've got so many players injured. And then this is why we can't do what we do, right? So, but now he can't hide from that anymore. But he I don't know whether he should come back or not. Why would he want to come back? Or maybe the only way to play in the Premier League is that way to come back, right? Unless Sunderland.
I don't think Sunderland are making it back into the Premier League.
That's the thing. But
also
it's a cheap deal, right? Most probably he'll get 25K a week. That's a good wage structure for Levy.
Yeah, and probably for him as well. He'd be able to be able to afford a very nice house in Hertfordshire.
Yeah.
But I'm also hearing that there's whispers that Everton want to re-sign Richarlison.
Please go.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Please go. Please go. I don't even care if it's for free. Just go. Right. But you know us, right? We ain't gonna let Richarlison go for free. Most probably Levy will want at least half the money back, right? £30 million, where I don't think Everton will have that kind of money to spend on him, right? But David Clark says, right, Richarlison, Everton, I would drive him myself.
I worked in kitchens for a few years, and I'm not sure he could even, pick the right screwdriver for that. So yeah.
Dear. You're talking about a drink or the nail?
Well, yeah, that'd be nice. A screwdriver right about now. Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Oh dear.
Do you have anything else? Sorry.
Predictions.
Yep. What do you think for today?
Yeah, I'll still go my Zen prediction. Yeah, 4-2 Spurs win.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with Haz, and I think it's going to be 2-1 to them.
2-1 to them. And guys, don't forget, right? I'm going to do a watch along. Most probably at my time 9:45, your time 9:45, my time. That means it's about 2:45. Was it?
Yeah.
1:40. 1:45.
No, I think it kicks off at 3 o'clock here, so it's 2:45 my time, and then 1:45 English time.
1:45 English time. So there's about 9:45 Malaysian time. So yeah, I'll be doing a watch along again, right? So let's hope I don't get bored again, right? And then Jens will be saying the same shit again in the chats over and over again, right? We just keep repeating this shit over and over again. Oh dear. I don't know. The only thing is that we have to sit down and actually see what the lineups are, right?
Yeah.
That will be the main indicator. And like what Harry said, right? I would love for Ange to start the youth. That's all, right? Yeah. And I've been saying that for so long, right? Against Tamworth, against a few of the European League games, I want to see the youth play, right? Rest our players. But now we've reached this juncture of our season where all our injured first teamers are coming back, right? So would he risk Romero? Would he play VDV, Romero again as the back four? Would he put in Porro, take off Spence, right, and put Udogi out there? I don't know, right? So that's one thing about Angus, right? He does keep us guessing about lineup, right? And to tell the truth, I would love for Scarlett to be up there, right? I'll play with Scarlett, Odeber, and Moore as our front three. That would be perfect for me.
That'd be
lively. In midfield, right? I've got this weird thing, right? I've been saying, right? We shouldn't. Gray is not supposed to play in midfield, a holding midfielder this season. But if VDV and Romero comes back, throw Gray into the midfield as a holding six, right?
Of course.
Put him there with Benny, right? Since Benny is already suspended for the next AZ game, right? And maybe put in there with Benny and let Mattis rest and Bergwall rest and put in Bissouma or Sarr with him. That would be a perfect lineup for me.
Sarr, I'd say,
yeah, but Ange, those probably put up a strong team, right? Because we didn't prove ourselves on Thursday, so most probably we'll start with.
Oh, of course,
the same.
So everyone's tied for Thursday,
yeah, and then he wants them to prove themselves, and Son will play, Tel will play, right? Brenda will play, right? So yeah. Oh,
David says I'd send him to find a left-handed screwdriver. I'd send him to find some tartan paint. All the old tricks from the
left-handed screwdriver, right? And David's prediction is that he's saying we're gonna lose 1-2.
Apparently, Moore isn't fit.
What? Okay, I've got this weird question about Moore, right? Is he having growing pains or some shit like that, right? Because ever after he did that good performance, and then he's just been having this bad kind of virus thing always happening to him, right? So, and he's 17.
Yeah, he's 17. Yeah, it's very possible.
Where is he going? Where is he going out to get all these viruses?
Well, he's probably been walking down Tottenham High Road. There used to be a lot of ladies of the night who used to frequent Tottenham High Road. So
no, but he's 17. That's why I'm asking. Where is he getting all these viruses from? Right?
Oh dear.
Any
other business and plugs?
Just guys, remember to subscribe to RickyVillaTV, Shelfside Spurs, Spurs Vision TV, and of course, don't forget Hasper TV and his the other one, the channel that I didn't know he was having, right?
Two something or other, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yeah, 1 of 2 or something, 2 of 1 or something. Like yeah. Right. Any other business?
I don't have anything. I need to pop to the shops because I'm running low on a certain nicotine-based product. So
okay. All right. Yeah.
So anyway, thank you.
I'll be doing the watch along later. If you're free, just hop on if the kids ain't back yet, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure that I'll be. I think that they'll be back in about half an hour, but I'll be in the comments. So
yeah, and most probably I'll be doing it with Guy again.
Okay. Oh man.
Yeah, it'll be fun. All right, guys. And as always,
don't forget, come on, you Spurs, and Levy out.